What's up, witches? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. So, what are we doing today? We're going to talk about Samhain or Halloween and what it is that I do in my family. So, I know a lot of people, Halloween's, let the kids dress up, go out trick or treating, Halloween parties, the whole nine yards. But I'm talking on a spiritual level for my spirituality. So if this is something that doesn't interest you, feel free to click off this one. All right, so first I'm going to show you some things that I got, um, and then explain to you a little bit about what we do in our family. Of course, things are different, um, probably since 2022. The kids aren't interested in Halloween parties anymore. My youngest grandchild, um, I barely see. So the other grandchildren that I see all the time, they're all teenagers now and they do their own thing. That's fine because grandma's not up for the big giant Halloween parties that we used to have. So, what I'm going to try to do, if I can figure it out, is I'm going to show you the table setup at the end, if I'm able to figure out how to stitch it together. All right, so first things first. Samhain is like the witch's new year. That's what I consider to be my new year. Of course, it happens on October 31st, as we all know. So, I'm going to show you some things that I got first. I got the new Vintage Witch scrapbook paper, because I do like to make my Book of Shadows look cute. And I got some washi tape. It shows you the tape that's in there. That's what it looks like. I got all this on Amazon. I also got a new moon book that I will be dedicating to the year on Halloween Eve. So what I usually do on Halloween Eve is we're going to have dinner, and we usually have something that's very seasonal, or to us anyway. We're most likely going to be having ham and navy bean soup with homemade rolls. I do like to try to make stuff from scratch as much as possible. This year, Heidi saw some stuff that she wanted, so I bought some stuff to make, but I will be bake now. So we have dinner. And then around 7:30 in the evening, we have what they call an ancestral tea party. So we set the entire table up, which I'm going to show you at the end. And it's going to be last year's setup because I have not set it up yet, as it's only the 23rd. We set up the table like a tea party with cookies and tea, obviously, and pictures of our ancestors and people who have passed away, friends, whatever. And we do a tea party to honor our ancestors. And as we're having tea, we share stories of the people that we're honoring, which I'll show you. Okay, so we do that. After the tea party, I do a ritual bath. And my ritual bath, I do black and orange candles. And I take moon water that I've collected since last October. And I have it in this jar. And I add a little bit from each moon since last October 31st. I pour that in. This has been energized by the full moon, all the waters. And I pour that into my bath, my ritual bath, because I do a goddess dedication. I'm not going to share which goddess, whatever. I do a goddess dedication, and I I don't always start a new book. Usually, if my book of shadows is full, then I will dedicate a new book. But I'm gonna let you see. Like, this is from last year, 2023, and then I write down everything that we did, what herbs and stuff that I added to my bath. And then, as you can see, then we go into November. I like to make my Book of Shadows look artsy now. Um, my old Book of Shadows, they're just basically look like diaries with some pictures drawn and stuff like that. But if I was dedicating the book during my bath, I would say that I'm dedicating this Book of Shadows from here on out until it's filled. I will dedicate this New Moon Manifestation book. And this is really cute. A little black cat on it. It has a little lock. And it's handmade paper. So it's really cute. And it's perfect size to keep. As you know, I have an altar in my bathroom. I have a little table over my bathtub. It's a clawfoot tub. And I have a little altar in there. So this will be something, because I do a lot of my new moon, well, all my new moon rituals are done in the bathtub. And that's where I manifest and I make my plans for the month. So there's that. The next new moon will be on November 1st. So I'm probably going to be talking about that new moon on the new moon. Alright, so here's some things that I got for our tea party. We are going to have a perfectly pumpkin spice cake and perfectly pumpkin cookies with icing. I bought this as a kit that came with cream cheese, icing, and I got some little pumpkins and stuff, sprinkles. And for our tea this year, we're doing hot apple cider tea and pumpkin spice tea. Last year we did chai and peppermint, which was different. So those are some of the things that I bought for our celebration. And like I said, oh, and I got these little black tea light candles that flicker that will be all over the table. So what we like to do is we call in our ancestors, we say a little prayer, and and then we share stories. And I have a little digital recorder that I leave lay on the table so that I'm just going to show you something. This is my older Book of Shadows, and I write the story. This is from last year, and I wrote all the stories of what was, off the digital recorder. I wrote all the stories in here. So that way, when my grandkids want to look back, they can look through. They're going to have stories from their great-great-grandparents, because my mom will tell stories about her mom and her grandmother, which is my grandmother, and great-grandmother, which would be my grandkids' great-great-grandmother. So they're going to have stories and memories of these people that they've never met, and they say what's talked about and remembered lives on. And that's the only way our ancestors can live on, if we tell their story and talk about them and share the stories and record the stories. So these books will all be passed down to my grandkids. Well, my kids first, then my grandkids. And we've developed this tradition in our family, so then that way they'll hopefully carry it on. And I just think it's a wonderful thing to do on the Witches' New Year, on Samhain, is to honor your ancestors and give thanks to them for you being here. So that is what we do in our family. And I mean, we do the typical Halloween stuff. We dress up, we hand out candy, we we do the things, you know. So just like everybody else, except for it's a little bit more spiritual for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, I'll, I'm gonna, there'll be a little clip at the end here, showing you what the table looked like last year. So with that being said, have a blessed and magical day. And remember, don't let anyone tame your spirit. Bye. Okay, guys, this is the setup for honoring our ancestors. This is how we have it set up. We're going to be having tea and conversing with our ancestors and sharing stories amongst each other. We have everything lying down. There's one teapot and the other teapot. And that is what it looks like.